Deoxys World by Zach Deoxy. Hello, my name is Zach Deoxys. I'll tell you about my horrid experience. I always read about people finding haunted games or some weird glitch happening in their game that mentally or physically scarred someone for life. I had read creepypastas, but I never thought this would happen to me. I was at a garage sale. I met an 18-year-old named Jahone. He was selling books, movies, and games. I went over to the games pile and looked at some of them. I didn't see anything interesting at all, not until I saw a little bit of green. I always liked the color green because of my game Pokémon Emerald. It was a Pokémon Emerald game. It only cost $2, so I bought it. I went up to Jahone and asked to buy it. Jahone replied, "Are you sure you want that game?" I told Jahone I'm sure. He sold me the game and whispered, "Evil game, good riddance." I shrugged it off and bought it anyways. When I got home, I grabbed my Game Boy and shoved the cartridge in. The intro was normal, but Professor Birch's lecture was very weird. It said, "Welcome to the world of Deoxys." Just like that. Deoxys rule this world. This is Deoxys world. What? Deoxys world, what does that mean? After the intro, I played through the game and chose Tortric. The game glitched several times, showing the shadow of Deoxys. Every time I chased after Deoxys, I always lost it. Eventually, I was facing the character's father, Norman, when his dialogue looked odd. He said, "Deoxy will get you. Keep your guard up." Then behind him was a big black Deoxys. His tentacles were as sharp as razor blades. He slashed right through his chest and ripped him in half. I thought that was a little too extreme for a kid's game. It said, "Why don't you remember me? I was your best friend. It's me, Speedna, from Emerald. I was your team player." I remembered now. I traded in my old Emerald version to get Black 2. I never thought about what they thought. They weren't even real. "We are real," said Deoxys. "I will show you how real we are." Was the game talking to me? A battle started. Speedna wants to fight. "Why did you do this to me? Why did you abandon me? Why did you trade me in? I thought we were friends. You said you loved me, but then you disowned me. Now you'll pay the ultimate price. Now fight. Fight for your pathetic life." I couldn't believe what I was reading. The game was actually responding to me. I threw it a Blaziken named Scorcher, the starter I chose in Emerald, and the same name with the same moves. I used Blaze Kick, but it barely scratched it. That didn't hurt me. He used, and the game said I only had one Pokemon left. It was called Speedna. It knew Kill Self, Kill Self, Kill Self, and Kill Self. I used Kill Self, and it said Speedna killed Self. Speedna killed itself. Then it showed me. It made a pink orb, raised it in the air, and shoved it into my body. I blacked out and heard a splat sound. I stayed in my room for a whole week and didn't say a word. The next week on TV, I saw a picture of the man, and it said he committed suicide. He jumped off the Empire State Building. I have never spoken about this experience until now, and that's why I hate Deoxys. Zach Deoxys. That was Deoxys World. Final thoughts? It's crap. This story takes from so many cliches that it might as well be a drinking game. It's got to the point that during my note-taking, I just started making a list of every cliche. Let me read it to you. 1. Saying you've read creepypastas, but this is real, even though it adds nothing to the story. 2. Finding the game at a garage sale. 3. The owner asks if he was sure he wanted the game and warned that it's evil. 4. Gore happening without ever explaining how that kind of detail is being shown. 5. Saying that what is happening is too extreme for a Pokémon game. 6. A Pokémon asking if they remember them. 7. The game talking to the actual human playing the game. 8. A Pokémon saying that Pokémon are real. 9. The seller of the game killed himself days later. Finally, 10. The plot entirely revolving around a player having restarted their game. I have read that plot of Pokémon coming back after restarting the game 12, 15, 20 times. There are a lot of stories I rejected for this show that did that. Also, yes, literally every single plot point in this story is a cliché. I also decided to write down just a few weird side notes. The $sign was after the number. Either this was a mistake so basic that looking at any price tag of any item in your country could fix it, or he paid in Australian currency. Also, it knew kill self, kill self, kill self, and kill self. I used kill self and it said Speedna killed itself. Speedna killed itself is by far the most hilariously badly written line I've ever read on this show to date. That's it, really. I have nothing else I can say about this story other than that the random capitalization in the story was really annoying to read. That's it for this creepypasta. If you want to write your own creepypasta for the show, just check out the description, and there will be a link in the creepypasta section of my forum. There you'll find both guides by our moderators giving tips on how to write a creepypasta, as well as the area where you can submit your own. Tune in again next Saturday when I read yet another creepypasta written by one of our own from our community with You'll Do. Until next time, sweet dreams.